So the time has come to pack the van. We are going away for 6 weeks in the van. We have a lot of stuff to pack. We haven't even started packing yet, and we leave tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Our ferry is at 11 from Newhaven. Okay, so most of what we're taking is now in the van. As you can see, we've got quite a lot of stuff. So these 2 bags, IKEA bags, are full of clothes, bedding, towels, pillows, gifts for friends that we're going to see, dog food, coats, blankets, fleeces, woolly hats, very important. All the cupboards are now packed, full of clothes. As you can see, no space at all is wasted. They're filled right to the brim. So now I've done the clothes, I'm moving on to the space under the bed. So I've got the fuse box, all of the heating system, the water pump, 2 batteries. So we don't actually now have that much space to store things. So we've got chocks, camping chairs, and whatever those things are called to stop me rolling away. And yeah, we just have to try and work around it to try and fit in the rest of our stuff. I just want to show you this new safety feature we've got, where you put this pin in through these 2 brackets and then fold it over. And then when you open the back doors, obviously the doors won't open, so it's just like an extra security feature for when we're away from the van. So if anyone opens the back doors, they obviously won't open, which is amazing. That just slots in there. These are just magnets. And then down here, we have these chains. That's just a carabiner for the dog, just ignore that. We have these chains. And these chains, so there's 1 on each door, just clip. Just clip onto the door like this. So then when you try and open the door, that's as far as it will open. Which is also just another safety feature for when we're away from the van. There we go. We now have a full-length mirror on this gap here. Morning everybody. So it is 9 a.m. and we're in a place called Bonnetable, which is about 3 hours from Dieppe. So we drove about 3 hours last night. And last night was the first night in the van, first of many nights, because we are now away for about 6 weeks. So we're going to be heading down to Portugal, well, north of Spain, Portugal, and then the south of Spain. As you can see, they've had snow here, so we've stayed in one of these camping car airs, which was, I think it was €13 for the night. And you get a camping card, you just tap it on there. And this place also has toilets that are open, which is amazing for this time of year, so we're making use of that. And yeah, there's one other van in here at the moment. And then it's just us. So the £13 includes electricity, fresh water, wastewater disposal, and yeah, the toilet. And there's a Lidl just behind this houses there, so I plan to take a walk to Lidl and get some breakfast. So that was a successful trip to Lidl. I managed to get some pastries, some lunch, a bottle of wine for our friends that we're going to see. It was also a bit embarrassing because I don't speak a word of French, and the lady on the checkout was trying to have a full conversation with me about I don't know what, so I was like, I had to just say désolé, no, which I think means like sorry, no, which seems a bit rude. But also we've got this sign in case anyone thinks about breaking in the van, because we have a vicious dog inside. Are you ready? Vicious dog! France is definitely well equipped for motorhomes and camper vans, and they have these things in their car washes where you can stand on this platform and wash the roof, and it just makes washing the van so much easier. Pizzeria. So somehow this machine cooks you a pizza and then puts it out. And it's 15 euros. Well, I think it's, well, they're different prices, but yeah, you just cook you just like buy a pizza and then it spits it out of a vending machine. Good morning, everybody. So last night we made it to our friend's house in Mel. Well, I say our friend's house, our friend's gîte in Mel. So where they live, they've got their main house next door and then 3 gîtes that they rent out all year round. And there's our van just outside. We haven't actually decided a route yet, so we're going to work out where we're going to go. Whether we go around the coast, so follow the coast of Spain into Portugal, or whether we cut just straight through Spain to get to Portugal. Yeah, we haven't decided yet, but we will be going to Portugal, which is very exciting. So last night we stayed in this amazing air. I found it on Park for Night, and it's like a self check-in, so you go on the screen, I don't have an access code, and then you put your reg in, and it was 12 euros. Just 12 euros, and the barrier lifts up. You have to use your imagination a little bit because, yeah, it's out of season, so everything's closed, but normally there's like a bar, a restaurant, a swimming pool. Yeah, but right now it's kind of just potholes. But for 12 euros you get toilets, showers, free electricity, and waste disposal and water over there as well. So yeah, it's a bargain, because normally campsites are like 20 euros, so I'll take you to the swimming pool. Obviously it's closed this time of year, but I can imagine in the summer this would be amazing. It's very sort of a bit of a free-for-all. So there's static caravans, and then there's these like chalet type things, and then all of the touring pitches are just in between the trees, which are marked out. Well, some of them are marked and some of them aren't. So when we arrived last night it was dark, so we kind of just plonked ourselves here. But most of the camper vans and caravans are up there, because that's where the toilets are. So we're just getting ready to leave the campsite. About 15 minutes away there are some sand dunes called Dune du Pilat, or Dune, something like that, I don't know. They're about 50 minutes away, and they are the tallest sand dunes in Europe, so I'm very excited to see that. So we're going to go and explore the sand dunes and then start heading down the coast. We're about 60 kilometers from Bordeaux, so we're going to start heading down more towards France, more towards Spain, sorry, and we're going to stop in Biarritz. I think we're ready to go. We have made it to Dune du Pilat, and we're just walking towards the dunes now. It's a very well kept area. So these sand dunes are the tallest sand dunes in the whole of Europe. They're only 60 kilometres from Bordeaux. As we've come in, we've paid about €1 to park the van, and there's loads of parking. So the car park's just back there, and we have to walk this way for about 10 minutes, and it will take us to the bottom of the dunes. In the summer, obviously, there's like a cafe, a restaurant, and toilets, but obviously late November,
entrance cabin village,
everything's closed. I think we've underestimated how difficult this is going to be. So we've been walking on sand for about a minute, and we're both already out of breath, and we haven't even got to the dune yet. Okay, we've made it to the bottom of the dune. This is our exercise for the whole trip. Not just for the week, for the whole trip. There's some people up there at the moment. I don't think the camera really shows how steep this is. So we're halfway up the dune. Well, probably not even halfway actually.
As you walk, you slide back.
And it gets steeper and steeper as you go up.
It reminds me of a cross trainer.
It's worse than a cross trainer.
Oh no.
But the view up here is incredible. Just miles and miles of forest. I'm excited to see what's on the other side. So we have left Dune du Pilat and we have made our way down the coast. We're about 40 minutes from the border crossing from France to Spain, and we are in a place called Biarritz, which we've been to before, and it's absolutely stunning. And as you can see, the waves roll in off the coast, and it's really famous for surfing, and I just want to surf so bad, but I'm going to wait till we get to Portugal. But as we come around this corner, you'll see the mountains in the distance, and that's looking over towards the Pyrenees. So last night we stayed just outside of Biarritz. This is by far the busiest area we've ever stayed in. There's just rows and rows of motorhomes. It's an absolutely amazing spot. I think it was €11, so it's basically like the areas that we've used where you use a camping card to get in. So our van's just over here. So for €11 you get electricity, fresh water, and you can dispose of your wastewater. And just after we arrived last night, Someone arrived in a Grand Morello Palace. We have finally made it to Spain. So we left Biarritz this morning and now we are just outside of Santander. Santander is just over the water and we're in a place called Somo, which is like a really big surf town. So yeah, it's absolutely stunning here. It's just long golden sandy beaches and rolling waves. And tomorrow we are making the decision whether to follow the coast around Spain or cut across to Lisbon and go into Portugal. So we have woken up in this amazing air and it's only half an hour away from Santander towards France. So it's 11 euros. It was 11 euros a night and you pay by like a self-service machine. There's three other vans here, but there's space for, I don't know, like maybe 50 vans, if not more. This is the entrance to the air. As you drive up to it, the barrier opens automatically. And then there's a little screen here where you just type in your reg and pay your 11 euros. It takes cash and card, which is also a bonus. So Buddy is terrified of bridges, so I'm going to walk him along the road. Because when he was a puppy, he fell down the gaps. But this is Llastres. Absolutely stunning. It's a mountain town, only 10 minutes from the coast. Look at this place. We've literally walked into like a fairy tale. We have come to a town called Llastres and it's at the foothills of the mountains. So we're about to go and explore the town of Llastres, which is all of this just up here. We've parked the van at the bottom of the hill. And Llastres is known for its cobbled streets, narrow alleyways and colourful flags. So we're excited to see it. I don't think so. So in this town there is a QR code that you scan and then it will tell you the history of the town in English. And we have just learnt that this town is famous for whale catching. So in the 16th century they used to go out in rowing boats to catch whales, drag them to shore, and then they'd use the fat from the whales to heat their houses, and they'd use the bones to... What were the bones for?
I don't remember.
They'd use the bones... They did say. I've forgotten, but they'd use basically every part of the whale. And they'd have to carry the whale in pieces up these hills to the whale house.
Oh, wow.
And also we nearly came down in the van.
Just imagining now, little Bella's stuck. Villagers would be out in uproar.
So these houses are all old traditional fishing houses.